follow this trail. I'll tell you how this song came about. My dad died in 2015 in November. And I had never held anyone. I'd never been around anyone when they died. And the first person I ever saw that happen to was my dad, and I was holding him. And he was trying to stand, and I realized he's passing. And the only thing I could think to say was, just go on home, Dad. They're waiting for you. And I'm talking about his brothers and sisters who had passed, the people he pastored, his friends, but his brothers. And that's all I could think to say. Just go on home, Dad. They're waiting for you. And that was my last words to my dad. So we were in Georgia, I believe it was, singing on a Sunday morning during a church service, and I shared that. It was kind of fresh. And after the service, this lady came to me and she said, I appreciated you telling about your last exchange with your dad. Would you mind if I tell you about my last exchange with my father? We stood there in the aisle of the church, and she told me. When she finished, I said, her name is Jonelle. I said, Miss Jonelle, would you be okay if I told your story? Because somebody else might need to hear this. And so she did. Jonelle Barker. This is what came out of that conversation. He came down to his final day. Something on his heart he had to say to his daughter. From the heart of the Father. He took her hand, couldn't stop the tears, and said, I let you down through the years. Wish I could do it over. I'd do it better. Lord knows I'd do it better. She stood by his bed and they both cried. She wiped the tears from his eyes and said, I understand. You've done the best you can. But would it help if I reminded you about the teenage hell I put you through, oh Daddy? Here's what we ought to do. Let's call it even. We both had a bad run. Let's talk about the good times. We can say we both won. On the other side of heaven's door, you won't find love keeping score. We're forgiven. Oh, forgiven. Let's call it even. He said, I guess it's true what they say. A little child will lead the way, my sweet baby. What a gift you just gave me. Now I can leave this world feeling free. Nothing between you and me. No regrets. Oh, that's God's mercy. So let's call it even. We both had a bad run. Let's talk about the good times. We can say we both won. On the other side of heaven's door, you won't find love keeping score. We're forgiven. Oh, forgiven. On the other side of heaven's door, you won't find love keeping score. We're forgiven by His grace, forgiven. Let's call it even.